Hey everyone, my name's Irme. This is my first Path of Exile video that I've ever made, also my first YouTube video that I've ever made. But as I'm getting ready to call it for the first day of the Dawn of the Hunt League, I know that a lot of people were interested in what's been working well for Huntress, and I wanted to show you guys what I've theory crafted so far. Very off the cuff. I don't have a path of building or anything like that, but just a proof of concept video of what I am currently building. The main focuses of what we are using are Twister is going to be our main damage, but we're going to build that up more and more with each mechanic that we start using. So as you guys probably know, Twister is going to get bigger, or is going to have more projectiles if you put it within Whirling Slash. So what we end up having is we have our stages. Whenever we use Twister, we get extra projectiles. Also, whenever we look at Twister's info, we have 80% more damage per whirlwind stage. So we've got 3 stages, 240% more damage for your Twister for the first attack that you use after you've had your Whirling Slash. So what I thought of was, let's try and take advantage of this as much as possible. Another one, a line that's on this gem, is we see Elemental Twisters gain 50% of the damage as damage of the corresponding type. So essentially, if you make an Elemental Twister on a 3rd stage Whirlwind, that's 360% more damage. 240, 120 is the 50% off of that. And Twisters fired at the same time can hit at the same time. So you've got a shotgunning skill with a 360% more damage multiplier built into the skill. Huge. Then we've also got some different mechanics that we're taking advantage of. So we've already got the building of the projectiles here. But another skill that they just reworked for the new league is Barrage. So we've got empowered attacks repeat 2 times. So before, you were getting just about, I would say, 4, 5 tornadoes. Then combine that with Barrage. Okay, all of a sudden you're getting like 10, 12 tornadoes. So you're getting a lot. And those have the potential to shotgun. So what I've been doing is taking advantage of the new skill Things of Frost. And so what happens is whenever you parry it, you're going to cause an explosive nova that not only makes more damage, but specifically it leaves a patch of frozen ground. So that comes into play for the Elemental Twisters portion. One thing that I also thought of that could be a good alternative for this would be, instead of using the frozen ground from Things of Frost, you could probably use Flame Wall. So that would add extra projectile damage to your Twisters and make it fire. Personally, I've just been really enjoying the Ice archetype, and it's been cool, so I've been running with it. But the other thing too is, specifically Things of Frost's parry mechanic plays into how we set up things on the passive tree. So I'm only level 23 right now, but we basically have a bunch of synergies already, and this is going to expand more and more. So I'm going to just start off with the early game stuff real quick. The main node that adds a lot to what we're doing here is counterstancing. So successfully parrying a melee hit grants 40% increased damage in your next range attack. So we're already prepping a lot with Whirlwind Slash, Fangs of Frost, Iced Ground. All of those are adding huge multipliers to your Whirlwind. Then, on top of that, you get the 40% increased damage here. I also went into the elemental damage penetration and elemental damage from attacks here, as well as getting more damage whenever you're close to an enemy. You're using Whirling Slash and you're basically in melee range anyways, so I thought this was just an automatic win. I have prepped a rare for the essence right here to demo this skill, and one thing that's nice is you can also pre-prep for any boss encounter or rare that you know is coming up. So we're going to set up the Whirlwind, then the plan is to immediately parry a monster, use Fangs of Frost, that's going to make the ice explosion, and then we're going to use Barrage and use Twister. You're going to get a buttload of twisters, and it's going to do a lot of damage. So let's try that now.